Hello guys, this is Crypto Dutchie and welcome back to an update video over the markets. So, let's start with, take a look at Bitcoin over here. I think from now on I'm going to show my Bitcoin graphs as well, because I'm also a Bitcoin holder and yeah, it's going at all-time highs today again. And we don't know when it's going to stop, of course, but the first targets that I think that are now important for Bitcoin to watch is 62.5, 64.7 and 67.8. These are just fib extensions from the high to the low. And yeah, it could reach it or not. There is not really anything that we can do with technical analysis. When you look at the weekly of this Bitcoin here, yeah. What can you do? We are in a huge parabolic run. And that's the only thing you can see. There is no hidden bearish divergence yet on the MACD. On the RSI there is. So we could argue that on the weekly that it might be over soon. Thanks to this. Let me plot it over here. It could start making bearish divergence on the MACD as well when this is going to happen, but that's too early because the week is not over yet, so there can still be more momentum coming in this week and the next week, and then this will be maybe invalidated again. So yeah, it's really hard to say something about this. I mean, on the monthly, it's just going straight up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months now. We started at 12,000, now we're at 60,000, and it just keeps going. So on the monthly there is no indication that it's over. On the weekly there might be a small argument over here. I call this a small argument because in these bull runs over here, the RSI also bearish divergenced. Is that a word? I guess so. But that did not make the price go down. Yeah, a little bit. For example, over here. In 2017. Have a look. Yeah, we make a higher high and we make a lower high on the RSI, and that made the price go down. But again, it was just a correction of how much percent? Yeah, still 40%, so that's a decent correction, of course. So it could be that we get another correction of 40% at some point. Maybe here or here or here, we don't know. And then it's going again. So it's really hard to say when this is going to stop. And yeah, maybe you should just take some profits on Bitcoin if you have Bitcoin yourself. Also on the daily RSI, we have this argument. We also had the hidden bullish divergence. We had a lower low on the MACD. And this is playing out right now. And that is why I think the 1272 is a good target to go for, since we are at all-time highs, so 62.5 thousand. But yeah, how high is this going to go? And how will the MACD and the RSI go? Because they need to get higher than this point. And I would say this point. So the MACD needs to get here. The RSI needs to get here. Otherwise we have on the daily bearish divergence and on the weekly, and that could maybe cause the correction, and there will be a correction. Price always goes in waves. So how long is this wave going to take? Are we going to go here and then a correction? Maybe. Are we going to go all over here and then correct only over here? Also possible. You have to see. Now let's go back to our stocks. Nothing happened actually this week. I only entered a new one. And that was the AKBA trade. It was yesterday. So let's go over the AKBA audit over here. I entered this one because firstly on the monthly, you can see that this stock is in a very long bearish trend. That's of course not good. But at some point it needs to stop. And I think there might be a possibility that's going to stop right now. And I think that because we have bullish divergence on the monthly MACD and the RSI, and that's of course a very good argument, because it's the monthly. I also like that there is a lot of volume at these levels. I think this means that it is very bullish. And it makes sense because the stock is very cheap, and that is when you need to buy it. And I think that is what is happening over here. So we have a very good monthly indication. We are at all-time lows. And we went back up this resistance line over here, and now we are trying to hold it. So that's a very good movement on the monthly. The weekly, I don't see that much. Yeah, I don't see any divergences that I can use on the weekly on this stock. It's Akebia Therapeutics. But what I do like to see is, again, what we saw on the monthly. It's above this resistance line here. And it's also trying to hold this high that it made on November 30th. So it went here, then it went higher, and now it's trying to hold it. With a nice, I think this is a pin bar candle. I forgot the name. But this is a good reversal candle pattern on the weekly. Do we have a candle pattern on the monthly? It's 18 days left, so this one is not very good. So there is both, you can say both things. So it's not really a thing that we are going to use for the trade, I guess. It's mixed. But you can see it on the weekly, it's making higher lows, and that is what I like to see. And when we go to the daily, and that was the biggest reason I went in this trade, this stock totally gapped down, as you can see here. The price on the 2nd of September was around $10. And on the 3rd of September, it opened at $3. So something happened over here. Something terrible to this stock. And that is when the news say, oh, and the stock is going down. And no, it will not be worth anything anymore. It will go to zero. Just like Tesla. Oh, Tesla is dropping like crazy. Tesla will be nothing. And we knew as swing traders that is not true. When something like this happens, it will always correct again to the upwards thing, unless this stock is bankrupt. But I don't think it is, because there's a lot of volume. So another reason why I went long on the MACD here, we have a hidden bullish divergence from this negative island to this one. We make a higher low, but we make a lower low on the MACD, also on the RSI from here to here. I look at the candle closes. So here it closes, and it's closed higher over here. So we have a higher low close, but the RSI is going down, and I like to see that because that's also hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. So we have monthly, we have two factors. We have two factors on the daily. We are above this critical support, this one and this one now. But let's see if we can hold this for the upcoming days, the upcoming week. And then I hope that we are gonna continue this trend. And that is what I'm trying to play. And also a gap fill normally always happens. And when there is a gap fill, that also means that the price can go up very quickly, because order books are emptier, I think, at these places. And yeah, when we are getting above this line, you can see that the price goes very highly up and then down and up. So there's a lot of volatility between these two horizontal resistances, and that's also very good for us, because that could mean that it's going to happen again. We don't know if that's true, but there is a chance. It's a bit more likely to happen again than not, in my opinion, and that's what we need. We just need a bit more likelihood on our side. That's the only thing we are trying to do. So yeah, I went long here. I could have waited for here, but who knows, this stock goes up immediately. And I have my 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio for Akebia Therapeutics, so that was good enough for me to enter this trade. Our stop loss is just below over here. I wanted my target to be a bit lower than the horizontal resistance, so I have it at 575, and I entered at 360. That means that we have a 60% profit for the first half of our shares, and that's of course very, very much. And yeah, it could take a long time, just like the other trades we are in. But we will see. The second target is just below this horizontal line. And that is a 691, and the other one is just below the gap fill, 936. We will be very lucky, of course, if this happens. But it can happen because, yeah, the gap is there, and the gap needs to be filled, and normally that always happens. It could take years before it gaps, before the gap fills, but we will see. Yeah, I'm happy with this trade. I have some good arguments, in my opinion, and I found this on my own, so see if this trade on my own is actually going to play out. Would be nice, right? But remember, it's only one trade of 100 that we need to make to get an edge in the market. So when it's stopped out, it's fine as well, because that is what we are doing, and losses are part of it. Now, let's go over the trades that we are in. First of all, I want to take a look at the S&P. It's going to all-time highs again. The money printer keeps making more money, I guess. But look at this, guys. The interest rates on the US government bonds are going higher and higher and higher. And this is scaring me. There are a lot of stocks that are not liking high interest rates. Some of them are more resistant against it. But let's see how this plays out. This interest rates yield over here. Normally this indicates a stock market crash, so we're gonna see. It's a parabolic increase, and I don't like that at all. Now let's go over American Airlines. We are almost there, guys. We are now how long in this trade? 1.5 months, and we are almost at our target. First target 24. That would give us a nice profit on American Airlines. So yeah, it's still going very well. On Ford, of course, we hit our first target, and look what's happening today. 4% extra. We are reaching our second target of 1496. Hopefully we're going to reach it. The stop loss is, of course, the entry. And this trade cannot go wrong anymore. This trade will just keep going. We are still in the VBI vaccines, which was almost stopped out, and now is back to our entry point. It's still looking okay. Wait, what is the MACD? Yeah, it's still okay, actually. We were hoping to get to the target first, but we did not reach it, so we have to wait still. But from here to here, we have a small hidden bullish divergence. And also on the RSI, actually, because the close here is... well, it's almost the same, actually. It's hard to say. But you can say that we are testing this horizontal support for the second time. And with some very good candles as well. The bigger this pin is, the more bullish it is to me. So it's still looking okay, and I'm not gonna go out of this trade. Just let it run. I think it's still in a long-term bull trend. Oh, absolutely. So yeah, let it run. Maybe it will hit the target next time. We are still in anti-row midstream with the head and shoulders pattern. Still trying to consolidate a bit, but it's still looking very good, actually. So maybe it will test this support here for a while before it goes up. Maybe it goes down again. But the arguments are there to stay in this trade. Nordic American Tankers is doing good as well. Almost stopped out as well, very close. And now it's trying to get above this this resistance from the double bottom here. And we are really thinking that it goes to 429 when it gets finally good break above it. Rolls-Royce still doing good. One of our very risky trades because it was super low. But I like to get into stocks when they are super low because the reward is very high. I'm only looking for these stocks that are very low on my own. I just love to play those. I mean, if this gaps down to nothing, like 80 cents, which is possible, right? Sometimes some news happens, then I lose 50% of my investment, and that is 750 euro. Oh, well, okay, that's fine. But it is also possible that when good news happens, that this is gonna happen. And we have seen a pump on AMC and on GameStop, if you know what I mean. And if they see maybe this stock here and they think, oh, this one is also getting shorted way too much, we're gonna short squeeze it, then this can happen, you know? Or this. You cannot lose 200% on these stocks. That is impossible. You can only lose 100% when it goes to zero, which it won't do because it's Rolls-Royce. The company doesn't go to zero. But it is possible to get a huge gap up with shenanigans. And then I make 200%. And these targets that I have over here will not get filled until maybe there's a gap up from the next day to the other. And then they get triggered over here and not over here. And then I make a huge profit. That's just a chance, but it happened already with AMC, as you know, where we got our 5,000 increase. So I'm taking the risk to lose everything in this trade because the risk reward is way too high. It's 5-1. If we get stopped out, we lose 8%. First target, 42% up. I mean, why would you not try that, right? Oh yeah, and also the Kellogg company is doing very good. The double bottom with the divergence over here and the very nice, what is it? A gartley. Close to a gartley, very close, so it's a gartley. And it's doing very well. And yeah, the percentages are a bit lower, but yeah, let's see what happens. So I think that's gonna be it. I have a couple of stocks still on the radar still. And that means that we are still having 5,435 profit in, what is it now? 2 months. Actually, it's 2 months on the dot, actually. We started on January 13th, and it's now March the 13th. So on the dot, we have still 5,435 profit, which is fantastic. That means that there is no change for this week. So let's put that in here. Maybe we'll make some graph from this the end of the year or something. If I did not start for real before that time. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep practicing for now. And yeah, it's going okay. Even with the red trades, we are still doing very good. That's thanks to our strategy. Our money assignment to the trades, the risk reward, and the chance that it is going up is just a little bit higher than it's going down. And that's what we are doing. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to join the Discord. It's still very small. There are only a couple of people there, but it's nice to meet people who are watching these videos. Maybe you're a trader yourself. Maybe we can work together a bit. I'm open for anything. So check the Discord link. And I hope to see you guys in the next weekly update. So thanks for watching and bye-bye.